Hey guys, Coffin Skate here with a updated PS4 game collection video. Now, the PS4 celebrated its 10th anniversary like a couple days ago. I want to say actually last week. And I figured, you know what, right now is about time to just look back on my PS4 collection and share with you guys what games I have and kind of talk about the ones I played through and just give my opinions on a lot of games I own. Um, so with that being said, I'm going to start off with all my special editions because I have quite a few, and then move on to all my standard edition games. So without further ado, I don't know where I should start. I guess I'll start with this because it's not really a special edition. It's because of like the way of because of all the contents that's included in the shape of or the size of the outer sleeve. It doesn't really fit all too well with the rest of the games I own, but Cyberpunk 2077, I haven't gotten that far into this game. I've been meaning to play more of it, especially with the PS5 upgrade. Yeah, it's from what I played of it's a really solid open world RPG. I've heard now is an amazing game, especially with the gameplay overhaul that they released for the game. So definitely would like to hop into this something soon. Bear with me here. I have them all laid out around me, and there's going to be probably a weird jump cut because I have to pull all the games off my shelf as well. So, anyways, next is Soul Calibur 6. This is the deluxe edition. I got this when it came out. Absolutely loved this game. This is one of my favorite fighting games. I also platinumed this game. I will mention that too because I know some people are interested in that. So yeah, if there's a game I platinumed or something like that, I will mention that too. So I absolutely love Soul Calibur 6. I played this a lot when it came out. When the game came out, I played as Geralt, and then when 2B came out, I started playing as her. So I absolutely love this game. One of my favorite fighting games of last generation. Whoops. Okay. Okay, next Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition. Haven't got around to playing this yet. I do also want to state this. I do have a lot of PS4 games I have yet to play, so just bear with me here. Get this out of the way. Cruel King the Great Hero, the Storybook Edition. Also, I haven't got around to playing this yet, but it looks really good. Ys 9, Monster Nox, the Limited Edition. This is honestly a really fun action RPG. I never played any of the Ys games prior to this one. Actually, no, I did play a little bit of Ys Origin, but that's about it. And I did play the demo for Ys 8, and I really enjoyed that. But yeah, outside of this one, I haven't played any of the other ones, but I really enjoyed this one. I had a blast playing this. I loved all the monster and gifts and whatnot. It was just a really fun game. So, at first, I wasn't sure how I felt about the combat, but once I really got into it, I started to really enjoy the game. So, yeah. Okay, next. Got Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, the Decisive Edition, not in the best shape, unfortunately, because Best Buy shipped this in a bubble envelope, but we have the Decisive Edition. Excellent RPG. I played through this in the Vita, so not a huge rush to play through it on PS4, but a very good game. If you haven't played this yet, it is fantastic. And then I also have Cold Steel 2, which I also really enjoyed. I also played through this in the Vita, so again, not a huge rush to play through this on PS4, but it was an amazing RPG. I had such a good time with this. I thought this one was better from a gameplay standpoint. I would probably say the first game had better story, but yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was an excellent game. And might as well continue on with the Trails games. And got the Trails of Cold Steel 3 Thor's Academy Edition, which comes in this in a box that looks like Einhell Keep from the game. Yeah, really nice special edition, and for what a great game. Really enjoyed this. Put like over 160 hours to this game. It was such a great game. Probably had the best story of the Cold Steel games, at least. I don't know. That's up for debate. And then Trails of Cold Steel 4, which is kind of controversial. Some people loved this game, some people hated it. I was in the camp that absolutely loved this game. This was honestly one of my favorite games, or probably my favorite game of 2020. It was an amazing RPG, just a great finale to the Cold Steel games, so absolutely loved this game. And yeah, to continue on, I also have Trails from Zero, which I'm currently playing through. Really enjoying this so far. It is weird to go from the Cold Steel games, to this, which this game didn't have. For those who only played the Cold Steel games, this game doesn't have the combat links. It doesn't have it doesn't have the combat links. It does not have the oh god, what else? Yeah, it doesn't have the combat links. It doesn't have stuff like the Brave Orders, which were introduced in Cold Steel 3. So yeah, but it's still a really solid RPG from what I played of it. I'm only like 20 hours into it, but I'm really enjoying it. And then I also have Trails to Azure, the limited edition, which I haven't got around to playing yet. So yeah, and for those who are wondering, both of these are the Crossbell games. So yeah, and then I did also get Legend of Naito Boundless Trails. Opened this up in my most recent game collection update, so check that out if you're interested. But I haven't got around to playing this yet. I am looking forward to playing this though, because I've heard really good things about it. I also did unbox some of these. I've also done full unboxings for, so definitely have a look for check out my unboxing playlist for those. Alright, next is Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, the Premium Edition. Pretty solid special edition. And for a really solid RPG, I didn't like this one as much as the first Ni no Kuni, but I still really enjoyed it. I'd highly recommend this to people who are a fan of like the Tales series. If you like the Tales series, this plays pretty similarly to that, although it doesn't have the complexity and the combos system it doesn't have the insane combos you can pull off in the Tales games. So, but it's very good. I really enjoyed it. I just didn't really find the story to be as interesting, as well as like I don't know. Doom 64 got the classic edition for it right here from Limited Run, and Doom 64 is one of my favorite entries in the series. One of my favorite games of the classic games. I'd probably say one of my favorite games in the series in general. Just a excellent game. Some of the best levels in the series, and just good old Doom fun. So yeah. And then see here, I got Life is Strange Before the Storm, the limited edition. I really enjoyed this game. I actually liked this a little bit more over the original Life is Strange, but that's just me. I really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this. I played through this twice, once on the remaster and once on the original version. Speaking of which, do not get the remaster. The remastered collection is not good. So unless you're a trophy hunter, so yeah. Alright, next is a game that was honestly a bit of a surprise for me, and that is Deathmark. This is the limited edition, which comes in a slipcover and whatnot. This is a visual novel, and yeah, it was quite a surprise for me. I really enjoyed this game. If you have not played this yet, it has a pretty interesting story, pretty interesting characters, and some really engaging gameplay, actually, to my surprise. So I really enjoyed this. If you haven't played it yet, I would highly recommend this. Also has a very easy platinum trophy. Before I forget, I forgot to pull this off the shelf, but I got the Granblue Fantasy Versus Premium Edition. I haven't played this a whole lot. I know there's a new version of this game coming out called Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. I haven't played the betas for that, but I've heard really good things about Rising. But yeah, if I want to play this though, this is a pretty solid game. It has like a story mode that's kind of like an RPG, and that plays more like a beat 'em up, if that makes any sort of sense. So, but pretty solid game if I played it. And another special edition I forgot to pull off the shelf. Catherine Full Body, the Heart's Desire Premium Edition. From a gameplay standpoint, this is the version you're going to want to play. However, but honestly, it really doesn't matter which version you play. Both versions are really good. Really, the only difference is that this version has more story content, which depends on who you talk to, isn't really that good. But yeah, just Catherine is my favorite puzzle game. I played the original on the 360, and I played through the PS4 version. Absolutely amazing game. Probably my favorite puzzle game of all time. I absolutely love it. I also finally got to play the Versus mode in that many months ago, and that was actually a lot of fun. So, okay, we'll show this next. It's not really a special edition. It just comes in a big box because it comes with some stuff, and that is Starlink Battle for Atlas. I still have not got around playing this yet, but it comes with a ship, and this is one of those Toys to Life kind of games, so that's why it comes in a big box. So yeah, and then next is the Doom Classic Collector's Edition from Limited Run. Actually, turn up the. This is not actually bright. There we go. Yeah, the Doom Classics Collector's Edition. Really nice Collector's Edition. It comes with this shadow box that lights up. It doesn't really show up too well because of my light, but and it also plays sound. So yeah, a really nice special edition, also from Limited Run. Includes all 3 Doom games, the first 3 Doom games on disc, and it's so nice. So, and Doom, for anyone wondering, is my favorite FPS franchise of all time. I'm sorry, Call of Duty is ass. Halo is not good, or Battlefield is not good compared to Doom. Not saying they're bad games, but compared to Doom, Doom just shits all over those games. So yeah, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Okay. Alright, next, Final Fantasy VII Remake, got the Deluxe Edition. Very excited for Rebirth, because this game was absolutely amazing. I still need to play through the Intermission expansion that was released for Intergrade on the PS5, but yeah, an awesome RPG, one of my favorite games from 2020. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, the Deluxe Edition. This was honestly my game of the year for 2019, and I don't care what anyone says. This game was amazing. It really brought me back to feeling. It made me feel like a kid again playing through this game. It really brought me back to like playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2. It was just an excellent RPG, and I really enjoyed the DLC as well. I also did get the Platinum Trophy for this, so yeah. And then Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. Haven't gotten around to playing this yet. Well, actually, no. I think I messed around in like the training mode, but that's about it. Kanagawa Jet Girls Racing Hearts Edition. Also, haven't really gotten around to playing this yet. I played the tutorial though. Senran Kagura Burst Renewal at the Seams Limited Edition. I haven't really gotten that far into this, but from what I played of it, it's a pretty fun action game. And this is the at Seams Limited Edition, which yeah, it's if you've never heard of this series, this box art alone should tell you all you need to know. But yeah, it's actually a really fun action game. So and here, let me just at least show screenshots. So yeah, this is actually an action game with RPG elements. So, but from what I played of it, it's pretty solid. I haven't really gotten that far into it, but yeah. Also has a banging soundtrack, believe it or not. So yeah, if you're gonna play Burst Renewal, just so you know, I recommend getting the PC version if you want the full version. The PS4 version, Sony forced the developer to remove a certain mode for I don't know, for censorship purposes. I don't know, but if you want the full product, I guess you could say, go with the Steam version. So I think that's everything laid out here. Okay, got some huge special editions here. Starting off with the Dishonored 2 Collector's Edition. You'll see this pop up again when I show my actual game, everything else, because I got the actual game up on my shelf. But yeah, really cool Collector's Edition. It comes with, unfortunately you can't wear this, but this is Corvo's mask. It also comes with Emily's signet ring. So, but yeah, really dusty. But yeah, really nice special edition. I never ended up finishing it though. Should probably finish that at some point. It's from what I played of it, it is pretty solid. But it's crazy because I love the original Dishonored. So, and next, this heavy bastard right here is the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World KO edition. It comes in an actual roadie box, so that's why, or roadie case. So that's why it's very heavy. Awesome special edition. This was from Limited Run. One of my absolute favorite beat 'em ups. I loved this game, and I love the books. I love the movies. I love the movie, and the anime, which came out recently, is fucking amazing. I know I briefly talked about it in my collection update, but if you haven't watched it, it is one of my highest recommendations in terms of anime. I haven't watched many new anime from this year, but that was amazing. Highly recommend it. So. And then got the Nier Replicant White Snow Edition. Yeah, from the Square Enix store. Amazing game. Again, you'll see this game show up again when I show the rest of my collection, but yeah, a really nice special edition. Fun fact, if you haven't seen the special edition, it comes with the game's entire script. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. So yeah, again, if you're really curious about that, go check out my, I did an unboxing of that. Go check it out in my unboxing playlist. Alright, next is the Persona 5 20th Anniversary Edition from Japan. This is the only game I've ever imported the special edition for. I went with this special edition because, in short, the English version, the special edition for the English version was really expensive and still is. You can find it for a good deal here and there, like right around MSRP here and there, but it's, yeah, last I checked, it's still pretty damn expensive. Oddly enough, the Persona 5 Royal, I think it's called the Flush Edition, which was the Japan Special Edition, that's more expensive, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, pretty cool special edition. Comes with a soundtrack set that comes with music from the entire series. Comes with an art book, so the usual stuff, and of course the game. So, but yeah, I have played a little bit of the Japanese version. It's interesting. And then last special edition here is the Persona 5 Royal Phantom Thieves Edition, probably my favorite special edition, and for one of my favorite games of all time. This is my favorite turn-based RPG. I love this game. I even bought the One More edition for the re-release on PS5. So, absolutely amazing game. I also did platinum this as well. If you have not played this yet, get the updated version on PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch, PC. That's the best version. So yeah, but amazing RPG. Highly recommend this. Okay, I think that's it for all the special editions. Okay, so I'm gonna do a jump cut here because I gotta move some stuff around. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I got all my games laid out, and this is anxiety inducing because this is all laying on my bed, and obviously, and those of you who magically somehow have beds will know it's probably not the most stable way, but I have so many games here, so we're just gonna roll with it. So that being said, because of how many games I have, this is gonna possibly take a while. Or I don't know. Well, you know what? I won't spend much time on the ones I haven't played, so we'll just say it. So, anyways, starting off, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Speaking of which, a game I've not played, but I've heard really good things about it. Definitely like to try that out at some point. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. I actually tried the demo for this off the Japanese PSN store with the VR, and it was actually pretty cool. I never played any, actually no, I played a little bit of Ace Combat 4, and I liked what I played of that, so I definitely would like to check out the Ace Combat series, especially considering this is playable in VR, so yeah. Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion, haven't played it. However, a turn-based Adventure Time RPG, sold. Anthem, we don't talk about this one, but I got it for like $2, so really can't complain. Apex Construct, I only played a little bit of this, but it's actually a pretty interesting, like, adventure game for the PSVR, so yeah. Apex Legends, I'm actually a huge fan of this game. I don't play this game like religiously, but I absolutely love this game. It is the only Battle Royale game that I'm actually a fan of, well, aside from Bomberman, and if you want to count it, Quake. But yeah, Apex Legends is really fun. Had to pick up a physical copy, so. By the way, you cannot use that to play the PS5 version, so. But probably because the PS5, probably because the game's free to play, so. And yes, this is actually a physical game disc, so yeah. Fun fact, yeah, Apex Legends has a physical copy. Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness, and Secret Hideout. Haven't played this. However, I know the Atelier games, well, basically anything from Koei Tecmo tends to be pretty expensive on the PS4 to my surprise. So stuff like Attack on Titan and the Blue Reflection games, and Berserk, and I think Fairy Tail are pretty damn expensive on the PS4. So yeah. Granted, some of them have dropped in price thanks to VGP, but that's besides the point. Batman Arkham VR, haven't gotten that far into this. It's supposed to be really short, but definitely plan on playing this at some point here. Bayonetta and Vanquish, the 10th anniversary bundle. I played a little bit of both of these games, and they are awesome action games from Platinum Games. So if you haven't played them, worth checking out. Bioshock the Collection. If you ever played the Bioshock games, definitely pick this up. I've only really played through Bioshock 2. I played through that in 360 and I absolutely loved it. I know not everyone is a big fan of it, but I really enjoyed it. The original Bioshock I haven't finished, but I love what I played of it. It is a incredible, like, sort of action horror game. It's very good. And then Bioshock Infinite, I haven't really gotten that far into it, so yeah. Bloodborne, one of my absolute favorite games on the PS4. Also platinumed this really amazing game. If you have not played this yet, I would avoid this if you're not looking for a challenge. If you're one of those people who thinks these games need an easy mode, avoid these games at all costs. But this game is absolutely amazing. This is actually the very first game I bought for the PS4, and you know, no regrets. It was an amazing game. This and Uncharted 4 are my first PS4 games, and it was amazing. Highly recommend Bloodborne, and the DLC is also really good. Although it is harder than the game itself. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, this is on my pile of shame. Haven't gotten that far into this, but from what I played of it, it is a really good Metroidvania style game. So yeah, I haven't really played through many Castlevania games, if I'm being honest. I got actually like halfway through Aria of Sorrow in the Advanced Collection, which I need to see about getting a physical copy of that, because I know Limited Run had that on sale a while ago. I didn't have, because of life, I didn't have the funds to order a physical copy for myself, but I have to see about getting one later down the road. But love Aria of Sorrow from my play of it. That game is amazing. Blood and Truth. Sorry, haven't got around to playing this yet. However, I do have. I did play the London Heist off VR Worlds, which I have digitally, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, definitely plan on playing that at some point. I also did enjoy the demo for that. I do remember there was a demo for that. Blue Reflection and Blue Reflection Second Light. I haven't played these yet. I mainly just picked these up because, well, this was actually the reprint from VGP, and then this I snagged when it was on sale because I knew the first game was really expensive. So yeah. And thankfully, thanks to VGP, this game is now, you can get this for much cheaper. Before this was like a $150 game. Now you can get it for like MSRP. So yeah. Again, I haven't played either one of those games, but I've heard they are actually really good. So yeah, specifically the first one. I haven't really heard much on the second, the sequel, but yeah. Borderlands 3, the Super Deluxe Edition. I did also play a little bit of the upgrade for this, which plays 60 frames per second. Unbelievable game from what I played of it. I'm not really a fan of the story, but from what I played of it, it is a really fun game. I got like 10 hours into it. Definitely need to play more of it. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'll just speed through the Call of Duties because I know not everyone cares about them. Black Ops 3. This one I actually kind of like. I like the zombies mode in that, and the multiplayer is really fun. Black Ops 4, one I really didn't like. Infinite Warfare, a love-or-hate game in the series. Multiplayer, I think I'm very mixed about it. I have mixed opinions on it. I have a mixed opinion on it. Campaign from what I played of it is really good. Zombies is always just good fun. Modern Warfare 2019. Campaign in this game was amazing, but the multiplayer was very hit or miss for me. Call of Duty World War II. A Call of Duty that is pretty controversial, but I actually really enjoyed this. So, I knew that was going to happen. I got not very stable, but we're going to try and make it work. gonna try and make it work. Captain Tsubasa Riders New Champions, the only sports game in my collection. Haven't got around playing this yet, but I did enjoy the demo. Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Now, you may be wondering, wait, that's a different box art. Where that's not the correct box art. Yes, because this is actually from Best Buy. For those of you who don't know, limited run, or some limited run, or quite a few limited run releases are also available through Best Buy. The Best Buy physical has a different box art, so yeah, I would have loved to get the box art that had the NES box art, but you know, it is what it is. So, but great collection. Castlevania is always a good time. Castlevania Requiem, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood. I was not aware this is a PS4 exclusive. I was not aware of that. So, yeah, if you never, yeah, I haven't actually played much of Symphony of the Night or Rondo of Blood. Part of the reason why I haven't played Symphony of the Night a whole lot on here is because it has the, well, it sounds better, the updated voice acting from, I'm assuming, the PSP version. But I'm sorry, it's not Symphony of the Night for me if it doesn't have really bad and hilarious voice acting. So yeah, which is why when I found out the Xbox Live version, or the version on Xbox Live Arcade had it, I snagged that immediately. Code Vein, anime Souls-like. I haven't gotten that far into this, but it's pretty solid from what I played of it. So although from what I played of it, it doesn't seem like it has the depth when it comes to building your character and like the different builds you can have. It doesn't have the same depth as a Souls-like, but pretty solid from what I played of it. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I gotta be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of this game. I don't know. Part of it may be because I've played so much Mario Kart that the way this game just doesn't feel right to me. Maybe I just need to play it some more. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't quite get with the program with that one, if I'm being honest. So yeah, drink break. Okay. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I initially got this on PS5, and I absolutely love this game. The PS4 version does not run at 60 FPS on PS5, unfortunately. But yeah, I did play through this on PS5. Absolutely loved it. And when I saw when I saw a PS4 copy on sale, I had to snag it. Because I also plan on platinuming this on PS4 as well, because I planned it on PS5. So, but amazing game, highly recommended. Easily way better than the original. The only problem I have with it is the voice acting is very hit or miss. Other than that, definitely pick up Reunion. Darksiders 3, haven't played it. However, I've heard that plays more like a Souls game, so yeah. Speaking of which, Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 2, Star Wars First Sin, and Dark Souls 3, Fire Fates Edition. Huge fan of Souls games. I've beaten all three of these. The third one honestly would be my favorite. Following that would be Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 2. So, absolutely love the Souls 1 series. Okay. However, my favorite Soulsborne, without a doubt, is Bloodborne. So, yeah. Dedecine, haven't played it. However, this is a VR game made by From Software. So, yeah. That game actually plays a fairy, and it's actually, it's nothing like the Soulsborne games. It's actually its own thing. So, yeah. And from what I've seen, it looks pretty interesting. So, Death Stranding, I've only got like 10 hours for this, but from what I played of it, I like what I've played of it so far. It's honestly, in a weird way, pretty relaxing to me. So, yeah. Destiny, wasn't a big fan of this game. I did buy the DLC for this though, just for shits and giggles, because Destiny 2, on the other hand, I loved this game. I put like over 350 hours to this game. I haven't played it in a very long time, but it is an amazing game. I also platinumed it. It's hard to go back to now, unfortunately, but I had quite a bit. I played that religiously for a long while. It was so good. Destroy All Humans, haven't played it. Been wanting to check that series out since I was a kid though. Devil May Cry 5, my favorite action game of all time, and one of my favorite games of all time. So much fun. If you haven't played this yet, it is an amazing game that I cannot recommend enough. If you have a PS5 though, go with Special Edition. And DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition. Shame to say this is the only Devil May Cry game I've platinumed. But you know, yes, I agree. The story's god awful in this game. The characters are god awful, but the gameplay is actually pretty solid for what it is. I had a lot of fun with this game. So yeah. Here's Dishonored 2. This is the Steelbook. Again, I never finished this game, but it's really fun. So yeah. Okay, I have a feeling this last stack will fall over once I get to it. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, haven't played it. Same with Hacker's Memory. DNF Duel. I haven't put a whole lot of time into this, but it is a pretty solid fighting game. Looks gorgeous, as per usual with Arc System Works. Yeah, pretty solid fighting game. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. You need to pick up a physical copy of this for the PS5, but this game, I initially played this on the PC, absolutely loved it. It is not for the faint of heart, though. Let me just say, like, this game, on the back it says, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed, and, like, you know, this is a huge case of do not judge a book by its cover, so I would say if you, and this is coming from someone who suffers with mental health as well, if you suffer from any sort of mental health, I would say play this at your own discretion. But it is very good. I really enjoyed this. It was a huge surprise for me. So, I haven't played the updated version a whole lot. I initially played through it on PC, and because it's free on PC, and it's very good. But the Plus version does require is something you have to pay for, but it's worth it, honestly. The Doki Doki Literature Club Plus has extra content as well. So, Doom 2016, my favorite game from that year. Absolutely amazing game, platinumed it. It is just a return to form with Doom. And I have Doom Eternal, which I played through the upgrade, the PS5 version as well. Amazing. And the DLC is fantastic for this game as well. Platinumed it on PS4. I don't have the PS5 Platinum, but it is very good. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite games from 2020. Doom VFR. Really solid VR game. I have all the trophies for this as well. No platinum, but it is very good. It's pretty short as well. You can beat it in like a few hours, but it's very good. Do be aware if you're going to play this, it is Doom completely unfiltered, and it is playable with the PlayStation Move. However, the controls are ass. So yeah, if you're going to play this, play it with the aim controller or with the regular PS4 controller. And then this, I can't stress this enough, only play this with the aim controller. Doom 3 VR Edition. I haven't gotten that far into this. I haven't finished Doom 3 in general, but yeah, it's Doom 3 in VR, and it works pretty damn well. So, yeah. To my knowledge, that's still only on PS4, though, so, yeah. Dragon Age Inquisition, haven't gotten that far into this, but pretty solid RPG if you played with it. Dragon Ball FighterZ, awesome fighting game. If you were in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, if you're not a fan of that game, this is a really good fighting game that even, I don't know, I love this game. I don't play this on like a competitive level, but it's really fun. I would recommend this if Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you're not a fan of that game, that's worth checking out. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I really only got this because I remember watching, was it Dragon Ball Super Superhero with my siblings, and that movie was amazing. I loved that movie. And so that kind of prompted me to pick up Xenoverse 2, which I haven't gotten that far into, but I definitely need to play more of it, because when I played it, it's actually a pretty solid game. Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of the Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Christ, that's a mouthful, but yeah, this is one of the only Dragon Quest games I own. I do have a couple other ones thanks to PS Plus, but yeah, by the way, if you have not played this yet, or if you've played this before and you're itching to play through it again, if you have a PS5, this plays at lock 60 frames per second on there, so, but yeah, it's definitely an RPG. I definitely want to get into the Dragon Quest series, however, nothing against this game, but going from games like Shin Megami Tensei and the Persona series, or Shin Megami Tensei 3 in particular, and the Persona series and the Trails games, and to this, I feel like I'm spoiled by those games because this game has a very sort of. This series is known for having a very traditional battle system, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but going from the Persona games and the Trails games, which have their own intricacies that kind of add an extra layer of depth to their battle systems, to something like this where it's very classic, very traditional turn-based battles. It's kind of jarring. So, not saying it's a bad thing, but I don't know. It would take some getting used to. I definitely want to play this though because I've heard nothing but good things about the Dragon Quest series. So yeah. That being said, hot take. Not a big fan of the Dragon Quest music, but yeah. So, Dreams. I gotta be honest. I wasn't really a big fan of this game. I couldn't quite get into some of Media Molecule's other games as well. Like I wasn't really a big fan of Little Big Planet or Little Big Planet games, or yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of Little Big Planet. So yeah, that being said, just wasn't really a big fan of this. I see why people loved this game so much, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess it just wasn't for me. Elden Ring. Yeah, this was my game of the year for 2020. Amazing game. I platinumed it on PS4. Also runs at locked 60 frames per second if you play this version, or the PS4 version, on a PS5. Amazing game. Highly recommend this. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm also running through the PS5 version here and there. I'm not a huge rush to go through the PS5 version. Yeah, I've been playing the PS5 version here and there on New Game Plus because I'm trying to platinum that version as well, specifically before the DLC comes out. So yeah. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, and I also have Skyrim VR. Haven't put a whole lot of time to Skyrim VR, but Skyrim Special Edition is amazing. This also does have a PS5 version as well, so if you have not played Skyrim or you love Skyrim, you're itching to go back to this game on consoles, and you have a PS5, play the PS5 version. It plays 60 frames per second. So, but yeah, it's very good. And from what I played, Skyrim VR is unbelievable. So yeah. But Skyrim, one of my favorite games of all time. I've put like over 200 hours across every version I've played. So, Evil Within 2. I also have played the first Evil Within. I wasn't really a big fan of the original for the longest time. I played through the sequel, which was amazing. One of my favorite survival horror games from last gen. Probably one of my favorite survival horror games ever. Then I went back, played through the original, and now I'm a huge fan of the original. So, love the Evil Within games. The second one, I would say, is the best one, or is the better of the two. I've heard some people say they like the first one more. Understandable, but for me, I like the second one more. It fixed some of the issues I had with the first game, and was just better in a lot of ways. Everybody's Golf VR, haven't played it yet, but I did enjoy the demo. Oh, I guess that's another sports game I have. Exist Archive: The Other Side of the Sky, haven't played it. I don't know, it's just one of those games where I just kept seeing it everywhere, and it would always catch my attention. I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me just buy this game. So, I don't know. I do like the box art for it, though. Fallout 4, I haven't put a whole lot of time into this, but it is definitely on my bucket list. I know there's a PS5 upgrade for this coming out at some point, which, last I checked, there hasn't really been a whole lot of hasn't really been any updates on that, so. Far Cry 5, haven't really gone that far into this, but I'm meaning to check out the Far Cry series for a while. Far Cry New Dawn, haven't played it. And then Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water, and then Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, which I'm currently playing through. This one on the PS5. And these are imports. These are English Chinese physical copies that I imported. This one I bought off eBay. This one I ordered off PlayAsia. And I do want to say, so with Maiden of Black Water, I initially got this digitally off the English PlayStation Store, and I got a physical copy because I really enjoyed it. And then as for Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, I just straight up ordered the physical copy. I didn't bother buying it digitally. I just ordered the physical copy through PlayAsia. So, that being said, Made of Blackwater was awesome. This was initially a Wii U game, and then it got ported to all platforms. Luckily, I guess Nintendo doesn't have or doesn't fully own this series anymore, so this got released on everything, which is amazing. Um, I only played through this game on the PS4, but it was fantastic. Awesome survival horror game. I loved the combat of this game. It was actually really good. One of the best combat systems I played in a horror game of all things, if I'm being honest. And then Master of the Lunar Eclipse, which, like I said, I'm currently playing through this. I'm playing through a PS5 version. I'm like I'm like 3-4 hours into it. Really enjoying this so far. However, I'm probably going to spend a lot of time. That's probably going to be the horror game I put the most amount of time on my first playthrough, because there are those Hozuki dolls that you have to that you can look for. So yeah, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Final Fantasy X 10-2 HD Remaster. I got like 20 hours to Final Fantasy X and then I dropped it. I don't know. I never went back to it. I definitely would like to finish. I want to play through every mainline Final Fantasy game, especially after playing Final Fantasy IX. So currently I've only played through Final Fantasy 1, 9, 13, 15, and more recently 16, and also 7 Remake. But yeah, definitely need to finish Final Fantasy X at some point. Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. Haven't played the PS4 version. However, I did play this on the PS2 years ago, and I honestly at the time I wasn't really a fan of it. However, at that time I wasn't really that into RPGs to begin with, so I definitely would like to give this a go, because I feel like, I don't know, this is one that really looks interesting in terms of gameplay. So definitely like to try this out. And then Final Fantasy 15. Kind of a controversial game in the series. I actually really enjoyed this, but I see why some people were not a fan of it. Also plays 60 frames per second on PS5, so, but I really enjoyed this. It was a really fun open world RPG. And yeah, I still gotta play through the DLC for it though. So it is a shame that the DLC got canned, because, or that the rest of the DLC got canned, because there was like a book that was released that was kind of supposed to, that basically went over how the story was supposed to go out in the DLCs, and it sounded amazing. So yeah. Firewall Zero Hour. Gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this game, but this came with my aim controller. Really, if you like tactical shooters and you have PSVR, this is worth checking out. However, if you have VR2, there's a new game, new Firewall game out on VR2. So I would just get that one instead. Fist of the North Star: Lost Paradise. I haven't got around to playing this yet, but it is on my bucket list. I really enjoyed the demo for that though. This is a 17-bit Platinum Pack, includes Galaxy, the Void, and Souls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition. I haven't got around to playing either one of these yet. Ghost of Tsushima. Shame to say I haven't beaten this yet, but from what I've played, it's basically a much better Assassin's Creed. There, I fucking said it. God of War 2018. Love this game. I'll admit I've not finished God of War Ragnarok, but that is definitely one I want to finish. But yeah, this game was incredible. I do want to go back and platinum this, because this game is just unbelievable. Plays beautifully on the PS5 as well. Also, like, the story in that game was amazing, and it's honestly, that has my favorite version of Kratos, and it's so good. So, and honestly, I really got into the story, especially having played through at least God of War 1, 2, and 3. So, luckily, you don't really need to play like the side games for the God of War series, like Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus, and Ascension. You can just play through the first 3 at least, and kind of get a gist of what's going on. So, but yeah, I love God of War 2018. It was so good. Grand Theft Auto 5, gotta be honest, I wasn't a big fan of this game. I got like 10 hours to the main story and I just kind of lost interest. And in a weird sense though, I kind of want to go back and play more of this, because the open world gameplay into itself was a blast. So yeah. The story I wasn't really into, but the actual open world gameplay itself, that I see why people love it so much. Guilty Gear Strive, really solid fighting game. I platinumed this on both versions as well. I don't really play this on a competitive level, but this is really fun. So, really beautiful looking game as well. Hades, one of my highest recommendations in terms of like newer games, or more like roguelikes in terms of games that came out in the past couple of years. I haven't played Supergiant's other games, but this game was unbelievable. I never finished a run of it, but it is amazing, so much fun. And the soundtrack slaps so hard. Hatsune Miku Project Diva X. I wasn't the biggest fan of this game. I still enjoyed it, but I didn't like it as much as the previous games, specifically F-Second. F-Second is my favorite still, so. But, solid game nonetheless. I just didn't like a lot of the changes they made to, like, unlocking new stuff. Hatsune Miku VR. This was... I haven't played this, but this was a game that Limited Run released. Released a physical copy of. However, there was only like 1,500 copies, so I was like, you know, let me snag a copy of this. So yeah, in that case, that being said, because of the low print run for this game, this is probably now the rarest game I own. So yeah. So even though you probably find copies of it scalped for ridiculous, scalped on eBay, so I don't know how much that game goes for though, so I could be wrong. But anyways, Helmut the Badass from Hell. I haven't played this yet, I just got it because I love the name, so yeah. Homefront The Revolution, I mainly got this because there's a hidden remaster of Time Splitters 2 in here, and I thought that would actually be kind of cool to play, because I never played the Time Splitters games before. However, you have to basically, from my understanding, play through the entire game to be able to access it, so, and unfortunately the game itself is just not that good. But, that being said, there are some cool ideas in this, so yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn, amazing game. I loved this game. I know some people like to say this is a Ubisoft tiered open world game. I disagree. This game was unbelievable. Such an amazing RPG. Highly recommend this. Platinum did as well. Also available on PC. Same for God of War 2018. Indivisible, never played it. However, that is made by the same team that did Skullgirls, so yeah. Infamous Second Son. I haven't gotten that far into this, but I'm a huge Infamous fan, so definitely gotta play through this at some point. I also have First Light digitally. You can see about pick up physical of that. Injustice 2, Legendary Edition. Haven't put a whole lot of time into this, so not much to say on it. Judgment, never played it, but I've heard really good things about it. I do have the PS5 version though, so let's play that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Talked about this briefly in my collection update, but in short, I haven't really gotten that into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've tried watching Stardust Crusader, they got like a couple episodes in, I just wasn't really into it. I definitely want to like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I love the art style, I love the character designs and whatnot, so, and the soundtrack is really good, so, yeah. But I haven't played that a whole lot. But from what I played, it does seem like a pretty interesting 3D, like, I guess 2.5D fighting game, so, yeah. Kingdom Hearts, the all-in-one package, which, okay, so, bear with me here. So, you got Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix. Off this collection, I platinumed Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. And then Kingdom Hearts Story So Far collection, which includes both of these. And then the all-in package includes the Story So Far collection and a copy of Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, that's a mouthful. So, yeah, yeah. I apologize if I just melted some of your guys' brains, but yeah, and then I also have Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. So, Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. It's a game that I hold near and dear to my heart, and yeah, it's no pun intended. And yeah, I love the series so much. It's so good. My favorite, without a doubt, being Kingdom Hearts 2. It's a top 3 favorite games of all time for me. For the longest time, it's my favorite. I said it was my favorite game of all time. In some ways, I'd still say that, but yeah. So, King of Fighters 15. This is one I was actually really getting into at one point. I haven't played it in a long while, but this is actually one that I was having quite a lot of fun with. So yeah, I haven't really played the KOF series a whole lot before that though. So Kodadama's Seven Mysteries of Fushizawa. Haven't played this a whole lot, so don't have much to say on it. L.A. Noire, one of my favorite games, one of my favorite open world games. Such a great game, with really good, detective gameplay. I was really into this. Highly recommend this. I haven't gotten that far into the PS4 version. So I played through it on PS3, so I'm not a huge rush to play through it on PS4, but it is excellent. So I also played a little bit of the VR version, and that's also really solid. The Last of Us Remastered. The Last of Us, amazing game, and the DLC was very good as well. Yeah, one of my favorite PlayStation exclusives. Highly recommend this. Um, and I've not picked up Part 1 on PS5. I'm waiting for that, because I know it's probably the best way to play it, or to play The Last of Us. But for, like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $70 for that, so yeah. Last of Us Part 2. I really didn't like this game. The story was just dog shit. I'm sorry. Gameplay was better than the first game. And it looks gorgeous, and the soundtrack is amazing, but I'm sorry, I was not a fan of the story in this game. So yeah, the story, the characters were just dog shit in that game, so yeah. I never finished it. I got like halfway through it and I just dropped it because the story was so bad, so... That being said, the remaster is, like, the idea of that existing is confusing to me, but that being said, I am still interested in it because that no return mode, which is that roguelike mode, sounds awesome. Lost Child, haven't played it. However, this is a follow-up to one of my favorite action games from the 7th generation on PS3 and 360, El Shaddai. So yeah, if you're not aware, El Shaddai did get kind of a sequel, and that is the form of a turn-based RPG known as Lost Child. So yeah, I haven't played it, but it is definitely on my bucket list. Life is Strange: True Colors. I know this is kind of a controversial game in the Life is Strange series, but with the fandom, but I actually really enjoyed this. I would go as far as say this is probably my favorite entry. I just found this one to be... I found this game to be a comfort game in a weird sense. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this sort of sense of how this game had like a bit of quite a... what's the word? Like a huge emphasis on like emotions and shit. I really enjoyed this, so yeah. I initially played through that on PS5, and then I got the PS4 version just to get the Platinum Trophy, because those games have some of the easiest Platinum Trophies, so yeah. So Platinum did on PS5, then Platinum did on PS4. A game I want to Platinum at some point, Guardians of the Galaxy. Holy shit. Now, I know this, and I know there are probably some people who are on the fence about this game, considering how Marvel's Avengers was, and believe me, I get ya. Like, I hadn't even played the beta for Marvel's Avengers. I was checked out of that game. So that being said, when this game was coming out, I was on the fence about it. However, I later started to take an interest in it. Then when my siblings got this game for me for Christmas, and I loved this game. This game was amazing. One of my favorite games of 2021. So yeah, if you have not played this game, please give this game a chance. It is amazing. Such a great action adventure game. So yeah, I played a little bit of the PS5 version, but I haven't gotten that far into it, so yeah. Alright, next, Iron Man VR, haven't played it. Okay, yeah, we're getting back to games I've not played. So, Mass Effect Andromeda, haven't gotten that far into it, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. So it is a game I definitely want to run through, because I love the Mass Effect series. So here's the Legendary Edition. Absolutely love the Mass Effect series, the Mass Effect trilogy. I haven't played a lot of the original Mass Effect on here. However, this is definitely the best way to play it. So, yeah, don't have much else to say about it. So, it plays beautifully in the PS5 as well. Medieval, haven't gotten around to playing this yet, but it is on my bucket list. I really want to check out I really want to play the Medieval series. I played a little bit of, I got a couple hours to Medieval Resurrection on the PSP, and I really enjoyed that. So, Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection includes all four Mega Man Zero games and both ZX games. Love the Zero games. I played through all 4 of those games on the Zero Collection on the DS, on like one of those old DS flash carts. And I never got far into ZX. A ZX Advent I played the shit out of. Never finished it, but I got most of the way through it. And yeah, love the Zero game, so I had to pick this up. So I still need to pick up. I have all the other Mega Man games minus the Battle Network collection on the PS4. I just have all the other ones digitally. I need to pick up physicals for those though. But Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain. Ground Zeroes is a fun little game. Yeah, this is just a fun time. And then the Phantom Pain is, from a gameplay standpoint, the best one. I think this had the best gameplay in the series, in my opinion at least. But yeah, it is. But just from an overall game standpoint, though, my favorite is still Metal Gear Solid 4. So yeah, Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor Game Gear Edition on my pile of shame. Definitely need to finish this game up. But it's the best Assassin's Creed game that isn't Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed. So Mortal Kombat 11, got this when it came out. I enjoyed it for a long while, for like a week, and then I dropped it. I haven't played this in a whole lot since, but I do remember having quite a bit of fun with it. I do also have Mortal Kombat 1. I haven't played it a whole lot, so I don't have much to say on it. Mortal Kombat XL, I haven't played this a whole lot either. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I got this for Christmas like years ago, and I actually had a lot of fun playing this. Yeah, I haven't really watched much of the anime, but this game was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the story mode for it. It was awesome, even though I didn't really have a full grasp as to what was going on in the story. Neo: The World Ends With You. Yeah, I never finished the original, but I loved the original. So that being said, I have not played this yet. Nier Automata. I have my standard edition copy here, and then I have a sealed Game of the Year edition. This is my favorite game of all time, without question. I adore this game. Platinum is an amazing game. I love the story, the characters, the combat is super fun. It looks gorgeous as well. The soundtrack is unbelievable. Highly recommend this. It's also available on the Switch, Xbox, and PC. Please check it out. Please give it a chance. It is so fucking good. So I bought like both the world guides for it. I got the full soundtrack for it. It is amazing. Nier Replicant. This is also fantastic. I like Nier Automata more, but this game was amazing. I did platinum it as well. I even bought it on Xbox One. I don't even have an Xbox One, so, or a Series X for that matter. But amazing game. Please check this out. Also got a platinum trophy for it. That's also on PS Plus. If you have PS Plus Premium or Extra, check it out. It's amazing. Neo, haven't finished this yet, but it's a really solid action game, a really solid action RPG. It's like if Team Ninja. It's made by Team Ninja, who made the Ninja Gaiden series. It's like if they made a Souls game. So yeah. Okay. Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch remastered. One of my favorite RPGs of all time, and my favorite RPG of the 7th generation. Highly recommend this. If you like Studio Ghibli, please check this out. I'm not a huge Rush played the PS4 version, but it's very good. That version looks amazing as well. No Straight Roads, a action game that if you have not played this yet is incredible. It is a rhythm action game. It doesn't have the depth of games like Devil May Cry, but it's a rhythm-based action game, and it is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. It has an awesome soundtrack, awesome EDM/rock soundtrack. Highly recommend this. And I really want the soundtrack because I really want the special edition because it comes with the game's soundtrack on vinyl. So I own Sphere Leaf this year. Haven't played this yet. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard it's a very good vanillaware game. Risk of Rain 2. Haven't played it. Actually, no, I played that once. Haven't played it in a while. Saints Row the 3rd remastered. Haven't played that yet. Actually, no, I played that a little bit on PC during like one of those free-to-play weekends. Really fun. Samurai Showdown. Really fun fighting game. I'm waiting for the rollback update to be released. It is so much fun. This game, once rollback gets released for this game on all platforms, this will fill the void that Soul Calibur 6 left. So, Scarlet Nexus, haven't gotten that far into this, but it is a pretty solid action RPG made by the same people who made the Tales series, from my understanding. Could be wrong on that, don't quote me on it, but yeah. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, I know some people consider this Souls-like. I don't entirely agree, but because they're definitely it has some of the Souls game DNA, but in a lot of ways it's I won't really consider it a Souls game. With that being said, awesome game. Never finished it though because this game is hard as hell, harder than any other Souls games. So it's harder than all the Souls games combined. So yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, my second favorite turn-based RPG. This game was amazing. Such a great soundtrack, such great gameplay. I do want to note this was originally released on the PS2, so just so you know, this game is just it's an old game, so in some ways it doesn't have a lot of things that are basically expected from a turn-based RPG if a new turn-based RPG were to come out nowadays, but it is amazing. I love this game. It's so much so I bought the full soundtrack for this game on vinyl. It's amazing. And I also have it on the Switch. I also have the original version on PS2. Please check that out if you haven't yet. The Sims 4. This is the bundle that comes with the Island Living expansion. I bought this, or I got this literally like a week or two before they announced this game was going free to play. So, but hey, got a physical copy, so can't really complain a whole lot. Sonic Colors Ultimate, haven't gotten that far into this, but it is on my bucket list. I really want to give that game another chance. Spyro Reignited Trilogy, haven't played it, but I've been really wanting to check out the Spyro games. Starlink Battle for Alice, haven't played it. Okay. Star Wars Battlefront, haven't played this in a while, but I remember this being kind of fun. Wasn't really too crazy about it. However, Battlefront 2 from 2017, yes, the game did release in a questionable state with those loot boxes and shit. But Battlefront 2 is amazing. So much better than the original. I actually really enjoyed the campaign for that. I know not everyone really cared for it, but I really enjoyed it. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, been meaning to play more of this. Souls-like, that is pretty solid from what I played of it. Star Wars Squadrons, haven't only played this once, but really cool VR game. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. This is one that I would say is on my pile of shame. I want to play more of this. If you're not familiar with this is a Souls-like Final Fantasy game that's kind of like a retelling of Final Fantasy 1 story. It's honestly pretty damn fun. Although, just a warning, it does kind of have elements of like a looter shooter, so yeah. Super Beat Sonic, if you like the DJ Max series, you'll love this. From my understanding, I think it's from the team that made those games. So yeah, if you like the DJ Max series, you will like this. A really fun game. Super Bomberman R. This, in my opinion, is so close to being the best Bomberman game. If this game had Piercing Bomb, Remote Bomb, and Power Bomb available on all maps. If it weren't for that, this to me would be the best Bomberman game. And for anyone who's picked up Bomberman R2, are Piercing Bomb, Remote Bomb, and Power Bomb available on all maps? Please let me know, because if so, that would make me so goddamn happy. So, but yeah, this game was so much fun. I played this for many hours with my siblings. Just being able to play as characters from other Konami titles, like games like This game has characters from games like Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear series, Silent Hill, Contra, Castlevania, what have you. And they all have like their own unique abilities and shit. This was just a lot of fun. I also have it on Switch. It's really fun. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Haven't got around to playing this yet. I've heard really good things about it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. I had to pick this up because it had a bunch of classic Ninja Turtles games on it. Tekken 7. Love this game. Very excited for Tekken 8. Platinum's this game as well. It is just super fun. One of my favorite games, and one of my favorite fighting games, honestly. Put hundreds of hours into that game. Onimusha. Never finished this game, but it is awesome. It's basically like Resident Evil, but you're a samurai, and it is really fun. The Outer Worlds, haven't played it. That also has an upgrade as well. Persona 3 Dancing Moonlight, haven't played it. Very excited for Persona 3 Reload, by the way. Part of the reason why I haven't played Persona 3 Dancing Moonlight is because I never played through Persona 3 as a whole. But honestly, now at this point, I'm waiting for Reload to come out. So yeah, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, or Persona 4 the Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold. This is an import from Japan because we never got a physical of this over here in the US. Maybe Limited Run will come out with one because they are now releasing a physical of Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden. We'll definitely get that collector's edition for Persona 4 Golden, but yeah, I had to pick up a physical copy of this because we didn't get one over here in the US. Persona 5, got this back in 2017, days after the game came out, because this game came out 6 days before my birthday, and yeah, amazing RPG, highly recommend this. However, I would say if you have, I would say go with Royal, but yeah, this was a fantastic game, and I also did get the Steelbook edition later on, so yeah. Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, solid rhythm game. I haven't finished it yet, but it is a really solid game. And Persona 5 Strikers, awesome action RPG, one of my favorite games from 2021. It plays like a Musou game, but it's more like a thinking man's Musou game. Highly recommend this. If you're going to play that though, please play it on PC or PS4 if you want the best frame rate, considering it's an action game. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, a pretty solid puzzle game. I haven't put a whole lot of time into it, but it is a pretty fun one. I also have the first game digitally. Just a bunch of these. Ratchet and Clank, haven't played that a whole lot. Been meaning to though. Red Dead Redemption 2. Gotta be honest, I don't know. I'm kind of scared to get into this one because it suffers from the same issues as Grand Theft Auto, in terms of like the missions and shit. I don't know. Nikki Jakey did a whole video talking about this game, and yeah, that's actually great. I would recommend just watching Nikki Jakey's video on it. It's called Rockstar's Game Design is Outdated. Just watch that, and you'll and that basically summarizes the reasons why I'm afraid to get into Red Dead Redemption 2. Resident Evil Origins Collection is still sealed because I have both the games on here. This has Resident Evil 0 Remake. I have both of them digitally, so that's why it's still sealed. I haven't played 0, but Resident Evil Remake is one of my favorite games in the series. Resident Evil 2 Remake used to be my favorite Resident Evil until RE2 or RE4 Remake came out, but amazing game. Platinum did as well. Also Platinum Resident Evil 3 Remake, which wasn't as good, but still a really good survival horror game. Resident Evil 4 was my favorite Resident Evil until RE2 Remake came out, and then RE4 Remake came out. But yeah, this game was amazing. Just a game that I'm very nostalgic about, and was a game that I thought was perfect already. Then RE4 Remake came out, so, but highly recommend this if you haven't played it yet. Okay, hopefully the stack does not fall down, but Resident Evil 5. I actually really like this game because it just gives me more Resident Evil 4's gameplay, but more refined. I really enjoyed it. Resident Evil 6. It's Resident Evil 6. What all do I need to say? Never finished it, but it is on my. It is one I like. I would like to at least finish every mainline Resident Evil. So Resident Evil 7, one of my favorite survival horror games from last gen. I platinumed it. It is amazing. I also got because this game also has a next gen upgrade. I got all the trophies. I transferred my save data. I got the PS5 Platinum as well. Very good, and the DLC was very good as well. Also, same deal with RE2 and 3 remakes. Both of those have a PS5 upgrade, and you can transfer your save data, and if all the trophies you unlocked on the PS4 version will automatically pop up on the PS5. So yeah, you can get a free platinum just by importing your save data. Resident Evil Village, awesome game. I really started to enjoy this after like a couple playthroughs. It was just so much fun. It just, I don't know, really gave me Resident Evil 4 vibes. I really enjoyed this. Also platinumed it on both platforms. And then Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. I haven't beaten either one of these games. Revelations 1 I've beaten on PS3 and 3DS, so I'm not in a huge rush to finish this on PS4. Revelations 2 I just never got around to finishing, so yeah. But I played the shit out of Raid Mode on this game, and Raid Mode was a blast, so yeah. Okay. Tempest 4000, haven't played it. Tetris Effect, my favorite puzzle game of last gen. Highly recommend this, whether you've played Tetris before or not. It is amazing. And also has a PS5 upgrade as well, which I think is free. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember having to pay money for it, but it's worth it. Rainbow Six Siege. I really want to like this game, but I can never find players online on this game, so I don't know. I definitely would like to give it a shot. Transformers Devastation, an action game developed by Platinum Games using G1 Transformers. Unfortunately, this game is not on the PlayStation Store anymore. It was delisted, so if you want to play this, you're going to have to see if you can find a physical copy. Or maybe just install it on a modded console, or an ISO of it on a modded console, but I digress. From what I played of it, is an awesome action game. Badass soundtrack as well. Titanfall 2, awesome first-person shooter. The multiplayer was a blast, and the campaign was awesome. Loved this game. Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters, Daybreak Special Gigs. I got this for dirt cheap on eBay. This is like a $4 to $6 game at one point, so you can find this for insanely cheap on eBay. So like I paid $7 ages ago for this game, brand new. So yeah, and that's including shipping as well. So, but yeah, I haven't played it yet, but this looks really interesting. It's a visual novel mixed with a tactical RPG where you hunt ghosts. So yeah, really caught my attention. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. I played this once. I never played any of the Pro Skater games prior to this, or Pro Skater if you are a if you watch Catechris. I thought I got the hang of things after playing the tutorial, but man, is this game has a steep learning curve. I definitely would like to play more of this because I feel like I can really get into this. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and Uncharted Lost Legacy. This game came with my PS4, which I still have, by the way. I should have also mentioned this, but even though I have a PS5 now, I'm holding on to my PS4 because there's some games that don't work right on PS5. Luckily, it's only games like Okage Shadow King. That's the only one that comes to mind off the top of my head. But also PT is not playable on PS5, and my PS4 has PT installed on it. So if you guys would like me to do like a live stream of me playing that, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, Uncharted 4 was amazing. This is honestly my favorite entry. I've really enjoyed this game. Lost Legacy I haven't finished, but it is one I'd like to. Untitled Goose Game, one of my highest recommendations in terms of indie games. This is such a fun game. Just really dumb fun, and this game now has multiplayer now, so if you have not played this yet, please check it out. It is super fun. Valkyrie and Ark Hero School Story, haven't played it. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, really fun survival horror game from what I played of it. Pretty damn challenging. It is a VR exclusive though, but yeah, it's really fun. Has some Souls game elements in there as well. White Day Labyrinth Named School. I never finished this, but this is a really solid survival horror game that is actually a remake of a Korean horror game of the same name. Yeah, absolutely terrifying though. I'd highly recommend this. Also has PS5 version. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. Please don't kill me for this one, but I never finished this game. I got like 80 hours into it, and that's because this game has so many side quests that are actually really damn interesting. So definitely need to finish this at some point. Especially now that there's a PS5 version. So Wolfenstein: The New Order. I haven't beaten this yet, but it is an awesome game. I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty as well. The Wonderful 101 Remastered, haven't played it. World of Final Fantasy, also haven't played it. And then, here we go, Yakuza 0. Gotta be honest, I never played this. But I have played Yakuza Kiwami. I know 0 is probably the best one to start with, but I don't know. So I just saw this in the store. I was like, oh, fuck it, why not? So, but anyways, Kiwami. This game was awesome. I loved this game. The combat was super fun. The story was really damn interesting. The soundtrack is awesome. Highly recommend this. And that being said, I've not played Kiwami 2. I do have the Steelbook edition for that though. Yakuza Remastered. This has Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. It's still sealed because I have them digitally. And I've not played Yakuza Like a Dragon. I've heard this is an amazing turn-based RPG. This one I really want to dive into. However, the reason why I haven't yet is because I want to play through all the other Yakuza games so I have the full context of the story. So I'll be able to get like stuff that is that, because from my understanding, this game, for anyone who's played this game and has played all the Yakuza games, correct me if I'm wrong, but this game, I'm assuming, also references stuff from previous games, and I kind of would like to know the context of some of that shit. So, but yeah, I am happy that I did get the Steelbook though, because I really liked it. So, but yeah, I haven't played it. I definitely would like to though. So, because I mean, this game just looks really weird and wacky. And by the way, look up the launch trailer for it, because that trailer was brilliant. So, and lastly, shout out to my friend, running ToastGirl77, Zeroscape, the Nonary games. I gotta be honest, I've only played this once. I have a live stream of me playing this for like an hour. Check that out if you're interested, but I haven't played this a whole lot. Yeah, I want to play more of this though, because this is such an interesting game, so yeah. So there you have it, that is my PlayStation 4 game collection, my updated PS4 game collection. If you guys would like to see my digital games, let me know. Yeah, if you guys want me to do a collection video on my PS5 games, also let me know. Yeah, I think that would also be a good video to do. So, but yeah, had to do this because the PS4 is now 10 years old. So yeah, so that being said, happy birthday to the PlayStation 4. Happy 10th anniversary of the PS4, and yeah, it's it was a pretty solid generation if you ask me. So yeah, there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite game on the PS4 is. For me, it's Nier Automata, closely followed by Persona 5 Royal. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Y'all have a great rest of your day.